Civil Rights Cook-Off.
Hello, my name is Charlie.
My name is Jake.
We are doing the civil rights movement on cooking food. Take this egg. It has multiple layers, just like it was proven in the civil rights movement in the mid-1900s. People have multiple layers, like a hard out shell, like this egg. And inside, they have a yolk. The yolk is the most delicious part of the egg. And I think it just represents people as a whole. Thank you very much.
And this is bacon. This represents all the black people during the civil rights movement. They were pushed into confined spaces, just like this.
Just
They
like
can't go anywhere.
take that.
I mean, if I just like still, if I take them all, they're still all stuck together. Like, that's just how they were back then.
What is up? I'm Jordan Millard. I'm Logan Parker. And today we're going to show you how incorporating ethnic groups
and LGBTQ plus.
into the white, bland society.
Come here, look at this. Look at how bland it is. There's nothing in here.
Nothing. And then look at the bland society. But then we get a different ethnic group. And we add it in. And you can see society starts to change. And then
You can't forget. Aw, shoot. You can't forget the LGBTQ community.
And look, it doesn't look like they're coexisting. It doesn't. And then you get a civil rights movement right here to mix it all together. Get it all incorporated. And look at that. You start to get a better society.
Dude, that kind of reminds me of the women's rights movement.
Why is that?
Go elaborate,
Just
Charlie.
because how two different people come together like this pancake mix.
I agree.
It doesn't look like they would, and now it's pancake mix. You know?
Everything
You think they would
works
just
together.
fight? You think they'd fight and argue because it's opposites, but it's pancake mix now. That's awesome.
Amazing.
That's a take. What's up? It's me, Charlie and Jake, your favorite duo. We're gonna win this cook-off. Make some eggs and some bacon.
All right, so come over here.
You know what else is bitchin'? Huh? Miss Upper, you know what else is? Susan B. Anthony. She's one of the pioneers of the civil rights movements for women. And she's just a wonderful lady. She was born in Massachusetts. She was born in Massachusetts, so life was hard for her growing up, having to be segregated and just a victim of racism, you know? So what I've chosen to cook today is this egg, and I'm gonna season it up and get some butter in it.
Okay. I've chosen to cook some nice meaty slabs of bacon. Okay, so if you come over here, I'll teach you about my bacon. So, this is Martin Luther King Jr. And, let me get to my notes. Martin Luther was an American Baptist minister and activist who became the most spoken leader in the civil rights movement ever. Right? Okay, now the next guy. This is James Farmer. Slap him on there. James Leonard Farmer was an American civil rights activist and leader of the civil rights. He worked with Martin Luther King Jr. as a pair, so they came together. And the last person that I want to talk about is Whitney Young. Whitney Young was just like all the other three, helped support and spent most of his career working to end employment of the black movement. That's all. Alright, back at it. Cooking this egg now.
They were scared that gay men and lesbians.
Yeah. real good, real fast. Oh yeah. That's what I call an egg. Oh yeah. Like that. All right. Now we plate. Pat. You know what? I'm gonna do one more flip. Just to show I'm better. I'm better than the opponents. Oh, golden brown. Just how we like to see it. And
It's better brown.
I love it.
I don't know why it wouldn't be good brown. You know?
I don't know either.
Because of the civil rights movement, how everyone.
Imagine if we didn't have the civil rights movement. We would never have brown eggs.
Wow.
Damn. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can almost eat it right now. But I won't.
So even though eventually we came together and unified, there was still a crucible that many people had to deal with, such as the ethnic groups and the LGBTQ.
For example, LGBTQ community had a lavender scare. It's almost like the second red scare, but they all got fired from their jobs. Anything that they did, they got fired from. And they just thought, the government thought that they were just not fit for jobs. So they had to fight through that and continue to gain their rights.
Just let it fuse back together.
Yeah.
It'll work.
Like society, guys.
Society's difficult. Can't always be perfect. God damn it, Jordan.
Sorry.
You idiot, dude. You just ruined the whole clip.
We were not going to put this in the video, but we need to show you the hard reality of the civil rights movement.
Oh, no matter what, some stuff happens, and sadly, countless lives pass.
See, we
But it doesn't matter because the big picture is still alive, and no matter what, you just gotta persevere through.
They will fight for their movement.
We would have cut this out, but we couldn't. Just knowing how many countless lives had died, unspoken lives have died, just like this. You know, it's just not right. It's
not
just
right.
not right. Let me get a bite of this.
It's not right.
Hey, can I share with you, Charlie?
All of them coming off the oven now, or the grill now.
Yes, sir.
That looks like a better society to me already.
They look so much better.
So good.
Why didn't we go into civil rights earlier? Yes,
That's it.
What's up, guys?
Me and Jake here.
Logan here, Jordan.
Favorite team.
So, throw him a bean day.
Nothing wrong. I'm gay. Gay son.
You know what? I'm gay too.
Hell yeah, buddy.
You know what? I'm gay too. Get me in this. Get me in this.
Hey, Jake, you can always join.
We accept them. Even as a gay community.
We accept the straight.
I'll accept them, I guess.
Now come.
Yeah.
Come to us.
What do you mean, I guess?
All right. So basically, we're gonna see who won with the cook-off, the civil rights cook-off. And unplated. 3, 2, 1. As you can see here, we have a beautiful boar back strap with a little bit of crisp sun chip and an egg.
Yeah.
Right here?
Over here we got a
You got an
pancake.
unfortunate pancake. Like, stuff happens, you know?
A little bit of a garnish on top.
And basically what we're gonna do right now
Is we're gonna trade.
and react. Would you guys like to taste it first or us?
I'd say let's go at the same time.
No. We going first. So as I can just see from the beginning, the texture is way off. And I mean, it's not cooked all the way through, but
I did it pretty good.
improv. Even though, what the hell is that, man? That's
Well, yeah,
disgusting.
what the hell is this,
That's
Charlie?
disgusting. I bet ours tastes good. Ours is gonna smoke this.
Let's
trash.
dig in.
Let's get a bite.
Get a little scoop in.
We'll try and incorporate everything here. Obviously,
Pretty good.
get a
huh?
little bit of egg, get a little bit of bacon.
This tastes horrible. I need some.
How's the taste?
You need some. It tastes horrible, but you're going back for seconds. Hey, no, stop eating.
That is revolutionary.
What the hell?
What is this? Huh?
You want to fight over this?
Whoa.
Yeah. Hey, hey. Okay.
We gotta all be peaceful.
Okay.
We gotta be
Okay.
peaceful here.
Hold
and
on.
be Simple.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's the winner? Who's the winner?
Us. I think we won. To be honest. Most delectable plate. And most beautiful plate.
I'll agree.
I'll
So
congratulate you guys.
it was okay.
So what do we do? What do we do now?
Throw it away.
Why don't you guys try to combine them?
Shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up, Carson. God damn it.
What the hell?
Oh, so good. This is a perfect idea.
That's great.
Charlie went in.
That was a great idea, guys.
Wow, what a good idea, Carson.
Yeah.
I know.
On your guys'
Hey,
lose.
Charlie.
You guys suck at making pancakes, but I still love you. Even like you're gay and you're gay and you're gay. And
I think the thing that we all learned is we can learn to accept each other's differences.
And you know what else we learned? I was born a woman, and I've had a sex change. And this just proves that women can do everything a man can do.
Amen, sister.
my man.
Amen, sister.
Amen. Amen.
Oh.
And that's every day.
One.
My name is Charlie.
My name is Jacob David.
My name is Logan.
I'm White Chocolate Wonderful, aka Jordan Millard.
And this has been Mother Civil Rights Movement.
Hey, who are you guys? Why are you in my restaurant? Get the hell out!
Alright, so due to unforeseen events, we had to move to a different location. But here we are talking about our topics, our civil rights topics.
And this big hike that we went into this huge forest just kind of made me realize that I think that black people and women had to fight much harder in the civil rights movements than gay and ethnic groups. It may be an unpopular opinion, but that's how I feel.
It's not just an unpopular opinion, it's also a stupid opinion. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear your side on that.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, what have the gay people had to go through? The black people and the women were beaten and raped and assaulted, and it was horrible, and they were discriminated against so much more. I feel like
Well, you could say the same.
an ethnic.
Yeah, you can say the same for both.
I'm just saying that's
Gays and
personally my
Gay
opinion.
people still get beat and killed to this day. Logan, I mean, give us some examples.
Yeah, like in the Stonewall riots. Yeah, they were beat there, and it was in response to police riots, and it was just not good.
You have a point. You have a point.
Well,
But like, take for like Martin Luther King Jr. Like, he was one of the biggest leaders of any of the movements that involved black people, and he ended up getting assassinated. Like, I don't know, right when they were going on, and that was just one of the bigger deaths, a part of the whole civil rights movements with blacks.
and that brings me to a quote from Ella Baker. Strong people don't need strong leaders. This just means that those strong people that don't need strong leaders are the leaders. And they don't need anyone to tell them any difference. And what about protests? I mean, I've seen a lot of gay protests, but none of them were turned into fire hoses sprayed on them or dogs released on them.
Kids getting
Like
beat to
one of the
death.
first protests was letting women vote, and this kind of just set like a guideline for all the other women to stand up and end this discrimination against the opposite gender.
Well, speaking of protests, there was actually a civil protest called the. I'm sure you know that the Broken Treaties Caravan.
I was in it, yeah.
Yes,
I was in it.
and you were
Yeah.
there. I remember that.
Yeah, I was there.
It was basically where they wanted to express how much, you know, Native American equality meant to them. They walked all the way from the West Coast all the way to Washington D.C. Walked the entire way, ended up at the Capitol building to express how much it meant to them. I mean, I didn't see any African Americans walking that much during those protests.
Well, during the Montgomery bus boycott, they boycott all of the buses and did not ride a bus for over a year.
Over 387 days. They walked. That's a lot more walking.
Yeah,
That's
but
a
they-
lot more walking
No, it's
than they
not.
had to do, man.
It's not. They were just walking in their cities. They were just walking to their jobs, which is not really hard. I walk to my job.
Especially if they're living in poverty and they don't live inside the city in the nice suburbs, and they have to walk from out of town in their shitty farmhouses, man. Huh?
Yeah, but think about walking to the coast to Washington D.C. Would you do
That's
that?
just one walk.
That's
They
one
walked
walk,
every
bro.
day for
One walk.
how many days? 300 or
387. You
Yeah.
got a bug on your shoulder.
Oh no! Bug.
It's a stinging ant.
Where?
Oh no!
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no!
There you go.
Okay, back to the.
Back to the freaking debate.
I
don't know, man.
I just think that they had to work much harder. I think it's easier in modern time to start a protest and to start a different way of looking than it was back in the 50s, mid-century.
Well, the AIM movement was started at the same time as the BLM movement in the 60s. So really, they had to fight the same societal, you know, constructs.
It's not becoming. It's nowadays is a lot more prevalent, and not, you know, it's just a lot easier.
But also nowadays, who do more people agree with? Black people or Native American people? I mean, we still have here in Oregon, we still have a big debate going, and people don't really look at Native Americans as.
That is true, but like think about the BLM stuff. How much of the civil rights movement has pulled into the BLM stuff? Like now, it's more like modern and there's more riots and there's a lot more violence. But like back then, it's just basically the same thing, just brought to the 20th century.
I guess you could say that. I agree.
Your topic is ethnic groups, right?
Yes, sir.
That's right. You call me sir. So when I talk about women's rights, I'm not just talking about white women, bro. You know.
And when I talk about ethnic groups, I'm not talking about just Native Americans.
Of course, I know. But you know, there's so many Indian women that can't even show their face in their own country. Still.
Hey.
Sorry, you got a bug on you.
Okay. Thanks.
Well, I mean, there's so many Indian women in different countries that still get such treated so horribly, and they can't even show their face or any of their body because it's against their culture, you know.
Well, they accept that also because that's their religion.
Do they? Some of them accept it. You don't know if all of them accept it.
Not
I guess
everyone
you're right.
accepts everyone.
Everyone should accept everyone.
Especially back then, gay people couldn't have any jobs. They just wouldn't let them.
Well, same with black people.
I know.
And-
So
but
because
mostly-
they
And Japanese people like the GACL, they were also a big movement that most people don't even pay attention to anymore. They kind of got swept under the rug.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that if black people, like, you can see that someone's black, like, you can hide that you're gay. you
Why
know?
hide it?
Because well, if you're in the if it's back then and you're just obviously gonna get discriminated against and not have a job, there's no point in coming out.
It's true.
You could just hide it, but you can't hide the color of your skin, you know, or your gender. Women could only have nursing and accountant jobs, basically.
You can't. Well,
Ain't
you can't
nobody
hide
want to
your,
do that, bro.
You can't hide your ethnicity either. Like with Japanese
yeah,
people, you can't hide
exactly.
that.
Exactly.
Just a whole different thing being black, Asian, gay.
You know what? I don't care if someone's black, Asian, gay, white, Mexican, native, Chinese,
A midget.
Taiwanese, European,
Philippine.
Canadian, Mexican, Russian,
Irish.
transgender, bisexual,
Pansexual.
homosexual, heterosexual, two-spirit, never forget two-spirit,
Never.
queer, straight,
A turkey
white,
for all that.